Hi, welcome to the Tiny House Blossom blog. I'm just wanting to connect with all of you and kind of tell you a little bit about what the process has been like for us so far and where we're at with it now. So, I guess the beginning was, I don't know, there was not really a place where I can say this is exactly where the beginning is, but I guess where I'll start is that one night when Lilia was sick and I think I was off that day, she just asked me if I wanted to watch this documentary called We the Tiny House People. And it was such a beautiful documentary. But it wasn't just about tiny houses, it was really about just people living in really small spaces in the various ways humans do that and have been doing it. And somehow that inspired us to start looking into tiny houses. We just started looking up photos and YouTube videos. There's lots and lots of YouTube videos of people who are building their houses, and they all have tips on what they did and what worked best for them. And that led into like a process of research. We did a lot of research online for a month or two. Maybe not two, probably about a month. We just kind of got a little obsessed about it. And we watched video after video. We kind of started compiling ideas for ourselves about what we liked that other people were doing, combining all of the ideas that we liked into an idea that we thought, worked well for us. And we're still not finished with the designing part of that process, but we have like some pretty good ideas about what we want. And that lasted for a while, but after a while it sort of fizzled out, and we realized this is something that we have to start doing if we're gonna get it finished. And we had a deadline. We had decided we were not gonna be renting in our apartment anymore after June 1st. So that fizzled out, and we started downsizing, and that was a huge process, and it took us basically until just a few days ago. For about a month or more, we were just taking things out of our apartment, putting them on the sidewalk. A lot of our furniture, we just put it on the sidewalk outside of our apartment complex. Tables, lamps, fake Christmas trees, printers, a big futon, a big queen size box spring. Not the mattress, we kept the mattress, but all of it was gone. Just within, most of it was gone before night fell, the day that we put it out. Dressers, we put dressers out it was crazy. And so that lasted for, a long time. And in that process, we also threw a lot of stuff away. We took a lot of stuff to various thrift stores. And one of our friends was really gracious to make a lot of trips to the thrift store for us, and that was really great. Thank you, Joan. And getting towards the end of the moving process, we had some stuff that we needed to put in storage because we were keeping some of our stuff, but since we weren't going to be living in an apartment anymore, we couldn't keep it with us, so we had to store it. Luckily, we have really loving friends in our lives and family that were willing to take some of our stuff for us. So it's been pretty nonstop, especially like the last week or so. It's been really nonstop, and we're just now, we finally moved out a few days ago, and a good friend of ours, Joan, is letting us stay with her. And luckily she's being gracious enough to let us stay with her for a few weeks, so that'll be good for us. That'll help us kind of settle into this whole transition process and get our feet wet with all of what this is going to be like. Yeah, so that was the downsizing and moving process. The other part of it is where are we going to build this thing? We still don't really know where we're going to build it. We've decided that we're going to get a storage unit that we'll use to stockpile all of our supplies, all of the wood and sinks and lighting and whatever we're gonna need to build the house. We'll store it there, and once we have a place to build it, then we'll just have all that stuff waiting for us. We do have an idea of how where we're gonna like how we're going to find a place to build it. We met some really great people who also want to build tiny houses, and they want to build a tiny house community. And their idea is to go around and look for vacant lots of land and just rent them out. And actually, some of them are pretty cheap. So if we could get a few houses on one lot of land, we could split the cost of the rent, and it wouldn't be very much. It would be less than renting an apartment. And so that's what we're hoping will work for us right now. That's like our best option at the moment. And it's a really good option, because not only will we have a place to build it, and we'll have a place to keep it while we're living in it for the first, who knows how long. We'll also have a bunch of people who are willing to help us build our house, and we'll be able to help them, and it'll be really good. It'll be like a nice community process. What else? So that brings us pretty much to where we're at now, and where we're at now is we're just kind of settling into this transition, the transition of living this way. What's this going to be like for us? We're just kind of figuring that out, and we're sort of trying to rest as much as we can, because trying to get everything moved so quickly and without really a lot of planning time, or and while working full time, just kind of doing it whenever we can. It took a lot out of us, so we're trying to get some rest. I'm out here in the lovely Berkeley Hills, just kind of getting some nature, because I really need it. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I will continue to keep you all updated when we have more to tell, and I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Big love to you.